just living my life, just living my life, just living my life. Just living my life, just living my life, just living my life. It's my time. Just living my life, just living my life, just living my life. It's my time. Just living my life, just living my life, just living my life. It's my time. I came from Philly, then I moved to Harrisburg. Spent time in Cali, blowing on the rarest herb. Made some bread, was a manager then. Good at dealing with people, couldn't handle the pen. Money had me scrambling like Randall back then. Ups and downs with my chick, hard to handle it, man. What's the dough really mean without family and love? Still go for your dreams, but put family above all the shallow shit. People try to take you off your path, you don't allow that shit. Stop wanting love from those that don't know you. Appreciate your folks that seen what you go through. Why would I stop? I don't even know how. Papa Zan, that's the only way I'll slow down. I could entertain y'all, but I'm no clown. Puff and puff on that L till it blows down. Just living my life, just living my life, just living my life. Just living my life, just living my life, just living my life. Just living my life, just living my life.
We're here at HMAC. Last time we did this, we were live on Facebook, and the audio and video were dog shit because I had really old equipment that did not look and sound very good. I don't know if you remember, but last time we did this, when you had the earphones in, you couldn't hear yourself. Remember that?
No.
So what I learned is, this is a little technique for you up-and-coming podcasters.
Yeah.
If you have a microphone, dynamic mics are very nice because they'll just pick up a small little cone of your voice. I just learned all this
so what you had
half a year ago. I had cardio mics. A cardio mic is like if you're in a soundproof booth, and it's booth. I don't know why I said like that, booth. Yeah. And if you're in a booth and it's all soundproof, it all echoes off each other and it gets a nice crisp like stereo sound. But if you're in a very large room like here or upstairs or outdoors and a lot of background noise, it's trying to suck up the entire room like a sponge, and you couldn't hear yourself. That's why the audio sounded like garbage for those episodes. But we upgraded. Here we are.
Oh, we upgraded.
I sold some t-shirts.
Fancy.
Sold some t-shirts.
Oh boy, fancy. Talk to it, Tony. Damn, bro.
So I'm
glad you back, bro.
I'm super late getting started. So we will stay a little later as long as they let us. We're not going to get kicked out by church today.
No. Church is upstairs.
Church or death metal band. I think the death metal band got me last time.
Yeah, no death metal bands. Today we got a couple artists coming through, which is dope. I just wanted to shout out real quick to, shout out to 2020. Shout out to the artists that have, helped me work with Artist Mashup and building it up. And shout out to the newcomers coming to Artist Mashup. We got CSmoke, we got Shawn out here. You know what I mean? It's about to be dope. So these two turn it up.
Yeah, last time I was here, I made a lot of cool connections with people. So I'm looking forward to doing that again. The actual intro music, which you guys heard, was from when we were out here. I met Vito, and I reached out to him. I said, "Man, I need some intro music," because I'm a very positive guy. So his music has a very positive undertone. Like, hey, you can do this, and I kind of felt that. And I was like, I like that. I like that for the intro. Just live your life and keep pushing. I like it. So so that actually happened from a connection here. So, and I'm always looking for new music. Usually every 50 episodes we switch it up. I got 4 shows, so we could work something out.
No problem.
So we do a lot of cool stuff. So if you guys like what you hear, all the links below will be in the description. You can check out all their music. I'll get all you guys stuff then. Okay. And I'll start here. We'll start to my left. You want to introduce yourself? Let everyone know who you are.
What's up? My name is Dmack. From Harrisburg.
Just bring this in a little bit. You can bring the whole thing in.
I'll bring the whole thing in?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Say less.
Yeah, you go ahead.
What's up, y'all? Yeah, my name is Dmack. I'm from Harrisburg. What else? Like,
just
your music. You got any songs like that? He acting like he brand new to the mic. Like,
I think I know a D-Mac that lives around the corner from my house.
Right.
D-Mac from Harrisburg.
Yeah, I'm from Harrisburg. I'm actually working on some new stuff right now. I have on SoundCloud, I have Killing Me, I have Soldier's Cry, and then Hold You Down. I did a remake to Chris Brown Hold You Down joint. So, so I be working, I'm trying to get this joint started, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean,
So I'll be, man. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
I'm happy, man. We definitely about to have him on the show as well coming
say
up.
less.
We'll have him on the possibly the 6th show. On
Artist
February
Mashup?
6th, yeah.
Now, Artist Mashup's still going on here.
Yeah, the thing about Artist Mashup now,
Splitting.
since before you came, now it's spreading. So
Yeah.
now we actually secured 2 or 3 locations technically right now.
Nice.
It's not. I'm not gonna say secured because that's kind of crazy because nothing lasts forever. But you know,
You've grown.
Yeah, we've grown.
What am I talking? I'm like an idiot. You've grown.
Yeah, so now
talking like a Rugrats.
working with TCP, Total Culture People Network. They're dope out in Lancaster. They have helped me acquire 2 other locations now. TCP is another podcast I work with. They're dope. They got a big.
Is that the ones that do the? No, it's the King's Court.
That's them as well.
Oh,
That's
is it?
theirs. Yeah, they have 4 different podcasts.
I watch them a lot. They're cool.
They're funny as hell.
I like their multicam setup.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's dope.
Goals.
Yeah. Nah, they so they helped me acquire some different places out there. So Chameleon
I
Club
want to
is
get
one.
on there and talk with them one day.
You should. They
wanna
love
get-
it. I think they love that. That'd be dope. That'd be really dope.
I can give them a
That'd be
fresh view of opinions and topics.
yeah, they're dope. You know, they're definitely dope, man. But it's definitely dope having them on and helping me out. You know, Marquise Lupton, he's really going hard out there. You know, putting on for their city. Like they've been on the news a couple times, and they've been doing a lot of big stuff for their city, for Lancaster.
Yeah.
So with the spread of doing stuff out in Lancaster and Harrisburg, this is giving opportunity to artists in Harrisburg. So now what I'm working on is a Tri-City tour. So the next location I'll be working on is York, Pennsylvania. So I'll be going out there to check out some venues and see what's up, so we can get a Tri-City tour, a legit tour for artists, so they have opportunities. So.
Just coming from I have a little bit of different variety in music, and I'm into everything. I already got the beer burps. I'm 2 sips in. I'm catching up from last night. I went to a hockey game and had a lot of beer. It was craft beer night in Reading Royals.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yes, I had a lot of beers. Anyway, so I think with like rap and R&B, you guys kind of have a little bit of advantage that you may not realize you have, because a lot of you guys, you have your music on an iPod, like a stick or something. You know what I mean? Your music travels with you.
Yeah.
Where if you're a full band, you got to bring your drums, your monitors. You know, so if these venues like this are like Lancaster, where you they already have a house sound, and you just plug your music into the house sound, you can travel. You're a one-man band. You know what I mean? Right. And that's a great way to get your feet off the ground and start. And then when you eventually get bigger, then you can put a band around you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you guys have a very good advantage when it comes to networking and saying, hey, I'll drive 2 hours and go do a show somewhere, where a band's like, if we drive 2 hours, we got to bring all this stuff, set it up, break. Like, that's why bands usually tend to charge a little more, because they're bringing a lot more with them. You know what I mean? Like you break a head or you break a string or something happens and you're 2.5, 3 hours away, and you're like,
that's bad luck.
Yeah,
right?
that's
Yeah.
all bad.
Yeah.
Done.
So I think, especially if like, and I'm not saying it's a huge thing, but I follow a little bit of some of the guys who are on the show on social media and that added me to the Harrisburg area. And I'm not telling you how to live your life, but that petty shit, don't do it, because it doesn't help each other when you're putting each other down.
Facts. That is 100 facts.
Coming from a scene where the music in our area, everyone's like a family. It's kind of like having a union without having a union. Like these bands all work together and say, yo, we need like 2 bands, jump on. You know, right now money don't really work. We'll figure it out when we get there, but let's network and work with each other. And the music scene in our area has blown up because of that. But if you have a bunch of people like, yo, I don't like that band, F that guy, I don't like him, and you just keep shutting more and more people out, you're not making those connections. Like, if I work with you on a song or I work with you on a show and I bring 12 people or 20 people and you bring 20 people and you bring 20 people, now we have 60 people and 40 of those people are brand new listeners to your stuff, and that's good networking.
Hell yeah, that's what I tell. I try to tell people like Central Pennsylvania area, they don't even understand. I say, yo, look, we are the new Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like that's my number one logo, like motto. I mean, my name is CSmoke. You know what I mean? I go by
we didn't introduce you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So my name is CSmoke Willams. You know, I have a mixtape called This Time on Dat Piff. You know, I have SoundCloud, of course. I have an album called Eyes Wide Open on Bandcamp. I'm working on the Phoenix project. I do a lot of promotion and performing and hosting, running with Chasing Cash, DJ Cashmere, big shout out, and my boy DJ Pooh. I also work with Wave Crave Radio in York, you know what I mean? Radio station out of York. And the main thing that I try to put myself surrounded with is a lot of people that's actually putting in the work to try to like grow. Like, they don't understand the music scene is a community itself.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? The music community is like growing, and it's been growing for like decades, as in for when I've been in town, since I've been through here. You know what I mean? And it's all about support in all the ways, all the way around. They don't understand support is free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think what happens is it's kind of like politics, where people see the big politics, so they see big rap, you know what I mean? Like, where you have, like, back in the day, I'm just throwing old stuff out there, because, like, 50 Cent, Ja Rule beef, like, they've made their money, they can beef.
Yeah.
But if you're up and coming, there's no time for beefing, because your nutties are making money. No one's making money on their craft like they should be, and you keep putting up your walls and keep putting beef up, and then you come to shows and people are fighting and hurting each other. Guess what happens? That venue's like, we're not doing your shows anymore, and then you just killed the entire culture of everybody.
Yeah.
So that stuff is just so silly to me.
Somebody told me once, they said you're replaceable.
Yeah.
You are replaceable, but you won't do the next person will. So either you do it great or you don't do it at all.
Yeah.
It's simple as that.
Like, I like my rock music, and a lot of times you go to shows, like we just went to the Chameleon Club, and if you mosh for 2 seconds, they threw you right out.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, you can't mosh no more? No, because not everyone's there for that. So if you're throwing an elbow and you catch some lady in the head,
Random person.
nobody wants to be a part of that.
Oh,
you know what I
man,
mean?
I don't even want to tell you an event that I did. Like, I worked with Ralph Real. It was years ago, and we did this whole battle of the bands, and they would mosh pit, and I brought hip hop to the battle of the bands. It was kind of like shocking to see them even rock off to my music, because I mean, you're talking about death metal sound. It was death metal.
You know who's in a death metal band right now? Ice Cube. Or Ice-T. Ice-T's in a death metal band.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the band, though.
That's what happens when you
I
start
only know that because I follow Coco. That's what I
okay.
Ice-T started off in the band before he did hip hop.
I follow Coco.
I follow Coco. Coco's she's got a lot of good stuff to keep an eye on.
Sandbags.
Yeah. That's serious. Yeah, and you can curse here. This is yeah.
So like Harrisburg's culture though is definitely
body count. That is right. I think it was something like that. Something death.
Yeah, Harrisburg's culture is definitely growing. It's getting heavy out here. You know what I mean? It's definitely like, you know, I commend everybody that's out here doing stuff. You know what I mean? It's, the politics out here it's different. You know what I mean? When I came out here 2 years ago, there wasn't really much like hip hop shows. Actually, Vito was running a hip hop show here. He was running a talent show.
That's the thing too. Like when we were here, and then I guess I'm not going to pull no names out, but just like super talented guys are just beefing with each other for no reason. Like you're slowing your own process down.
It's not even. Here's what people need to understand: if we all worked, Harrisburg could be the most powerful place in all of Pennsylvania and throughout. It could be the next Atlanta if it wanted to be.
If we stuck together.
Here's the thing about it though. The problem is
well, we are right now in Pennsylvania. Even where I'm at in Pottsville, you're 3 hours from 3 major metropolises.
Yeah.
You're 3 hours from Philly, you're 3 hours from Pittsburgh, and you're 3 hours from New York.
Right.
So when all these cities got to travel to one another, they got to drive through here to get there. So a lot of very smart producers and record labels and people who look for talent and look for stuff like that, they come through here.
Oh, I met. Here we go. Let me rephrase. I didn't meet, but at my job, we had Bone Thugs and Harmony stay there. We had. Yesterday,
they just played in Philly, right?
They played the XL.
That's what it was. XL.
They went to Biz Marquee came to my job last night. We had who else was there? Young Thug was there, but no one even knew about it because he came in his tour bus. We were just told have 2 tour bus parking spaces open, and I do security at my job. So we're like, all right, cool. Then we see the Justin Bieber. Because his tour was called the Justin Bieber tour, but he was doing it just to be an idiot. So
that's funny. That's smart.
He was he was there. He stayed there for a night. We didn't get to see him, but like we knew he was there. We had Farrell, the dude Farrell that does all the impersonations and stuff. He stayed at my other job, and that was crazy. Like it's just seeing like how many artists come through here. The point I'm trying to get at is just seeing how many people come through here at a given moment.
Well, another crazy thing about our area, and it's probably the same in Harrisburg. You put this is not a shot at anyone once again, but you put a chick who dances and looks good on from Wildin' Out, and you put her in HMAC, and 300 people show up. but if you put a local artist in here, you get 35 people.
No, here's what happened.
Fucked
First
up.
and
That's
foremost,
fucked up to me. So if you're gonna support talent, support your home stuff too.
This is a come to Jesus moment.
Just talking about that yesterday.
Yeah, that's because everybody in the city is trying to do what they want to do for them.
That's not no. What the case is?
People chase clout.
Here's what it. Let's be real.
I feel like there's a lot of people trying to do this rap and stuff. A lot of people that want to do it but don't have it.
I think it's. I see it differently. I'm looking at it differently. I'm looking at it like this. One, I'm not gonna go to a show I don't want to be at. You get what I'm saying? Personally,
but you don't know if you're even into the show if you don't go support it.
Here's what I'm saying. Now here's where
you know how many times I walked in to see a band, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but I left them like they're fucking great.
How many times have you went on? Say if you've seen somebody saying, "Oh, I got a show tonight and such," but you've seen them on Facebook acting like a whole ass. How would you feel? Would you go to their show?
It's very true too. Yeah,
you get what I'm saying. So now social media has made it so people could preview everything you do before I even meet you.
Yeah,
so if I don't have, I already formed my opinion long before I came to the show.
Yeah.
So if you're not putting out good content and good quality music, what's the point of me coming out to see you? I'm not.
Yeah,
That's why my show is Artist Mashup. What people don't know is Artist Mashup. The reason why I never put people on the flyers is due to that fact. So now you don't know what the hell is going to be on the stage. You don't know who's going to be on stage unless I announce it.
Yeah.
And I don't. So now you come to the show to just see the artistry. That's bringing back the fan base to it. You know what I mean? That's bringing
like,
that.
And with me coming from York, like what I see is like, you know what I mean, people has a certain routine of what I call on the weekend. Everybody has a certain club that they go to on the weekends, a certain little pattern that they stick to. So even as an artist, you know what I mean, you can be sitting there talking to your neighbor and be like, yo, I'm going to be performing over here at this night, and that same night is the night that they normally go to their regular bar. You know what I mean? But instead of supporting you, they go to their regular bar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what goes on a lot that I see that happens in this area.
But then, you know, I'm sorry, cut you off.
I mean, I see Harrisburg is small, so like, and there's, like I said again, there's a lot of people.
You want to see small? You come on my side of the mountain.
I mean, but
you guys are blessed.
It's a lot of people in one town, like in one city. So like, I feel like that's why all the conflicts start. Like, people be knowing them before they started rapping. A lot of people know each other before they started rapping. So whatever type of vision that people thought of you before then, it kind of carries with you.
What was your graduating class number?
Oh, I don't even know.
A lot.
Yeah,
it
was a lot.
I graduated with like 40 kids.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh shoot.
Yeah,
that's not small. That's
that's one block.
Yeah. That's that.
So if I shit my pants in third grade, I'm the kid who shit my pants my whole life.
Here's the difference, though.
They hold that against you. They hold that against you.
You know what's the craziest thing, though? The craziest thing that if you think about it, those 40 people will back you up in your music versus an entire city full of people.
Yeah, I mean, I have
that's
people.
all you need.
I have people.
Look, Lil Skies comes from freaking Waynesboro.
Yeah.
Who knows about that?
I have people who I thought hated my fucking guts and didn't like anything I was about growing up, and they're like, "Yo, this kid's a nerd." And then I do a podcast, and the same people are like, "Man, you're doing great. I love it. I listen to it all the time." And I was like, "Sweet, thank you so much."
Real shit. Big shout out to all the nerds in the world. Because for real, like.
You're looking at one, brother.
Hey yo, don't let me fool you.
Yeah,
you know? Don't let me.
I don't know if you can see, but I'm wearing a Ric Flair shirt right now.
Yeah, you talking to somebody that got excited to watch the last Star Wars right now? Like big shout out to the nerds.
But it just definitely got to come down to a legit support system in the city. In fact, literally, like it just comes down to how much do people want to actually support. There's support. I've seen the city support. Trust me. I've seen it.
have.
I've been here. I've put on shows where there was 230 people, and I put on shows where there was 40 people in the room.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I've seen it. You know what I mean. And every time it was all about the mixtures.
Another thing artists would too is if you're an artist and you walk in and there's 40 people, you perform like there's 140 people.
Thank you.
But here's another thing, though. Here's another thing. Let's do this. Let's go a step further. How much work are you actually putting into your craft? That's what it comes down to.
How much promotion are you putting into yourself?
How much? Look, at the end of the day, if I'm an artist, right? When I was doing singing everywhere, right? I literally would practice. I'd have to practice. You know my mom, you know my family. Like, if you were sucked on stage, y'all were there when I crapped out and you witnessed it. It's hard. They were laughing so hard, I almost crapped myself, but it didn't stop me.
Yeah, we were in tears.
It didn't stop me, but I watched them laugh like ridiculously, but it hurt. But I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna come harder, and I learned.
Well, his problem too is, I mean, I was the same way. I was kind of learning. I can't sing to this day, but when I was trying to learn how to sing, I wasn't learning my own style. I was trying to mimic who I was around.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I didn't have my own voice. Like I can't sing R&B like R&B, but go do some rock shit. Like I'll fucking kill it.
Yeah.
I just can't do like if you just put me on karaoke, like karaoke. Like I can't scream, but like that kind of scream. But if you put me on like karaoke, I don't like it. But you put a band around me and I got like 4 or 5 beers, I'll kill it. I just did the other night. I was singing with a band.
I saw
that
a
alcohol
picture.
curve.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, right.
You need that alcohol curve.
Yeah.
But it's definitely it's different when you come at it on a different take and you actually put time into your craft. A lot of people just want the prize but don't want to put no work into.
You know
the
what cracks me
Yeah,
up too?
that kills me right
cracks
there.
me up too is it doesn't happen just in the rap community. From what I've seen, it happens also with the bands where they're just like, "Yo, I just paid like $400 for shoes," and I was like, "Bro, why don't you go buy a monitor? Buy some, go buy a speaker, go buy a microphone."
You gotta invest.
Yo,
in your
I got
craft.
excited to buy a tripod for my little.
People put it in
Nokia
their look
camera.
and not their craft. Like people
you got to.
people ain't paying to see your clothes; they want to hear what you're about. And if you could be the greatest rapper, but if your shit sounds garbage, you're not going to listen to it.
Right.
No, that's not true. Designer proved that was wrong. Designer's music is crap.
But I mean, it's done with quality.
Quality, you better say quality.
If you sing into a $15 mic and it sounds like you're singing into a tin can,
You saw the
Next.
Yeah, nah.
Right.
You saw the joint with they was talking about Migos. Like
I don't know who Designer.
You don't know
is.
who? Oh, you don't know Designer is?
No, who's Designer?
Panda.
yeah.
That Panda song.
It was all
But
on
that
the
was a
radio.
fire beat.
I mean, the beat was cool.
Isn't that the
beat
song?
was cool?
Yo,
Like,
I ain't
Wait,
gonna
hold
lie
on,
to you,
Heidi.
yo.
Wasn't
Fuck the beat. I
wasn't
just
that
think-
Panda
I was
song
just-
like the big song we were in Dominican Republic? The Panda. Is that how it went? And it was just a crazy beat. The people we were hanging out with from
he literally said the same
Boston.
thing like, for like the whole song.
I was like, yo, that song. had
I just
me
remember
like,
the beat.
That song fucked my whole head
was
up.
trash.
I'm like,
Right.
Yeah.
That
Migos.
joint was
How do you think I feel? I put out
radio.
content where it's like positive, uplifting, support one another, and listen to people's true life stories of going through some fucked up
Right.
shit. And some asshole shits his pants and jumps off a fucking stage into a tree, and he's like, he gets 18 million views, and I'm here at like nothing.
doesn't
Listen, it's the same way. Same with
that
music.
kind of throws confusion because there's a lot of people that I know as artists that actually talks that takes it back to that era, that storyteller era.
Yeah, man, I love it.
And
That's-
they
that's
don't
what
get,
I like.
and
I
they
like
don't,
that
and
type
they
of
don't
stuff.
get much like respect out of any of it. But as soon as you talk about pill popping or, you know what I mean, like complete disrespect to your own community, they're like, oh, yo, that's the hottest shit I ever heard in the world. Yo,
You
that's-
be looking like,
yo,
what the heck?
Like, yo, what the fuck, nigga? He just got finished saying he was shooting heroin, and you with that?
Yeah.
Right.
I just lost like 3 friends this year to heroin. I don't want to hear about that.
Real
Now, if you
shit.
tell me if your story is about how you were on heroin and how you came through and now you're
Yeah.
shining, I want to hear that. I want to hear I want to hear upcoming. There's too much negative out there. I don't want to add to it.
Yeah.
That's why when people like who's one of my favorite rappers, I could listen all day long. I like Malcolm more, and not just because he's a white dude, it's just because he I could
He's a
relate.
white dude.
I could relate to his music because he comes from the type
mean,
of background I
keeping
came
it
up
real.
from,
Yeah.
and
Keeping it
he
real,
like most guys like he's not rapping about smoking. Most people like in my neighborhood, they all started with pills because that was
the
like
era.
it depends on what community you grew up in. If you grew up in the black community, you were pushed a whole different type of substance abuse than what we were pushed.
Yeah.
White people were pushed alcohol and pills. You know what I mean? Like they were giving us
yaller.
everyone was getting Ritalin at the age of 3 in our neighborhood. Like you go to school and you're like your kid's weird. Let's put Ritalin in him.
Adderall is in your language.
Yeah. They were putting Adderall in our lunch at lunch. You know what I mean? Like, and then we grow up and we're like, we need higher shit. You're like they were making us
Y'all got
pill
used to
addicts.
that shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're all fucking poor. We just come from different. Like I like when like we were in Monte City and like, oh, I would never go to the ghetto. Bitch, you're in a ghetto. This is a white ghetto. You're just putting the
It's
blinders up.
crazy.
This shit is poor as hell.
Crazy, yeah. It's crazy, yo. Well, I know it's a mile long.
Yeah,
About a mile or 2 long?
It's 3 red lights.
3 red lights, yeah.
3 or 4.
4 red lights.
4?
But
It's
they're
not-
supportive.
it's a mile-
Yo,
it's a mile
if you
long.
talk about the
Small
music
town, I'm
scene,
about
they're
to say, those
supportive,
small
bro.
towns definitely
Yeah.
it's
They are
harder to be
supportive.
artists
You know
and
who?
shit.
You know who actually raps now in Monte City? It's Yatsena, the basketball player.
Yatsena?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I'm gonna have him contact you and maybe do a show.
Yeah.
He let me listen to his stuff. It's not terrible. He needs
dope.
a different producer. It's one of those things where it's good content, except who recorded it for him.
I was about to name drop somebody. I didn't want to do it because it was Sparks.
Oh, like, I know who you're talking about. Rob from
Gangsta
my
Will.
city. Oh, I haven't seen him in forever. He was
I'm
nuts.
sorry, you guys. That's just memory lane.
Oh man, you had a flashback for a minute.
Yo,
Yeah.
tell you, man, it's crazy. But the
Well, we
music,
grew up in a little community, and then somebody
Yeah.
tried to come up and rap, and they're rapping about shooting guns and
Yeah.
and with their bitches. I'm like, I've never seen you with a girl your whole life.
Yo, like,
That'd be the funniest.
yo, those
Like,
be
I
the ones
know
that be
him. Like, he's
tripping.
not
Like,
like that.
So
like,
what-
hold up, like I went to school with that guy. I've
Yeah.
never seen him do
That's
that.
the biggest thing. Like in anything you create, if it's a podcast, if it's music, if it's art, if you just stay true to who you are, it's gonna shine through.
Yeah.
If you try to be fake and say something that's not you, people are gonna sniff that shit out.
Oh, yeah.
People smell
Quickly.
bullshit.
Right,
Quick.
real quick.
Can't be talking about you throw hands and get your ass beat every time.
The Yin Yang
Knocked
twins.
out.
Remember when the Yin Yang twins got punked?
Like, at least he threw.
You
him. Like,
Did you ever
like,
see that
at least he threw
episode?
him.
Did you ever see the Yin Yang twins back when the punked was a thing?
Oh man,
They had this little white kid come up to him. He's like,
about
"Oh
the
my
Yin
god, I
Yang
love
twins.
you guys. I like shooting guns." And they're like, "Kid, that's not really us. We just say that in music." And that was like, and like they said that on TV. Like, we don't do any of that. That's just what sells
I
records.
call that the Milli Vanilli segment. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? They just a bunch of Milli Vanillis out there lying on their lyrics. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on now. We already know.
But that hinders their things going further.
yeah, exactly.
So what do
They're
y'all?
not around.
I got a question for you guys. So what do y'all want to see come out of the Harrisburg? You know what I mean, scene as far as the music scene on? Cause y'all on.
You know, I don't just look at Harrisburg.
I know. I'm just saying as far
yeah.
as Harrisburg because this is where we're at. You know?
Oh yeah, I know we are here, but
Yeah.
like, I mean, I just like to see more people actually take note that, like I said before, this is the new Hollywood. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, we are really creating something that was really ignored for years. As in for people showing up to events, showing up to venues, supporting the artists in their community. You know what I mean? Like, that's my big thing
definitely
right
changed.
there.
It definitely
changed
changed.
over years,
Yeah.
and it's starting to grow more and more each year.
Right.
Like, now we're in 2020. I remember back in, and granted, yeah, I'm an old head. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm an OG. I'm an 80s baby. You know what I mean? But, like, I remember back in the day, like, you couldn't get a lot of people to support a local artist. You know what I mean? They didn't know that artist was there until like 5-6 years later. Like, I didn't know that person sung. I didn't know that they rapped. I didn't know that they did music. You was like, oh, he
You was around him all the time. And
like, you was around him all the time. You ain't know that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy, but I mean, that's what I like to see more. I like to see people to see that, like, the Central Pennsylvania area completely, you know what I mean,
Right.
really has its own music scene. Like, you really don't got to chase all the way to California to get noticed. You really don't got to chase all the way to New York to get noticed. You know what I mean? Even down to Atlanta, I've seen a lot of artists leave town to grow in Atlanta and New York and California.
But see, you're taking a risk when you do that. I feel like it's always better to start
Yeah.
where you're from because it's always better because then you don't feel like that.
No, I
mean,
think it's better to be like me. I've been all over the place. I've been to Florida, North Carolina, all over Pennsylvania, New York, everywhere. So my take on music when I see it or when I like my understanding of music is different, especially because I got a music background in my family. So like seeing music, like when you're doing music, people get stuck. Like the South does it first, and then it trickles its way up north.
Right.
And I hate the mumble music started with Waka Flocka, bro. I don't care nobody.
Yeah,
tells
no
me,
one
bro.
liked it.
They loved it. In the clubs down south, they were bumping.
Oh,
it
yeah,
like crazy.
down south.
You gotta think about it.
Was,
Here, we
he
didn't know
say
about it yet.
anything.
Like,
Like,
no
you
one
got
else-
the beats
that's
that
how
they
people
was
talk
using.
about the South.
I'm just saying,
Right.
but that's what they did. And I feel like
They
it
stop
started
half
there.
sentence. So like, yeah, because
But that's here now. You feel me? That's out here. But like, here's what I'm saying. It trends. You feel me? Like, but if we stop catching the trend and start creating the trend, it'll shift the atmosphere.
I'll listen
like,
to
'cause I
I'll
like-
listen to a New York, Chicago rapper any day before a South
Yeah,
rapper.
me too.
Right.
I
see.
like some of the rappers down south. The baby's dope.
See, I feel
I
like
miss Ludacris.
Ludacris.
Oh my God,
He's in
Ludacris.
Africa now. You know?
Ludacris is my dude.
He
yo.
lives there. He became a Gambian citizen. He's out.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
He's out.
No, I definitely feel like that's why one thing I feel like is like the music is definitely different nowadays. Like
Yeah.
back in like the early 2000s, early 90s, all of that stuff. There was definitely more story to what people was talking about. That's
People
what
get-
I want to bring back.
People
that
get
type of
caught up
music,
in
like-
styles too.
Right.
Like I don't like us. Like I mean, I'm just guilty of it. I just said I don't like mumble rap, but I'm sure if there's something out there that I would like, I would listen to it. Like I don't completely shut it off, but I think people get like even like in the rock community. Like if you're not hard enough rock, some people don't like. I have a buddy of mine. If you're not heavy enough, he doesn't want to hear it.
Right.
But then if you're not
Bets.
growling, if you're not sound like a dying pig when you're, he's not listening to your shit.
I did security for an event upstairs in the Capitol room, and it was a heavy metal event, and they were literally ripping pages out the Bible.
The blood's still in the ceiling from the one band.
Yeah, that's the same band. Yeah, they did that one and the one upstairs too. He made sure he put blood up there. They were spitting blood as they were
my
slicing
God.
their foreheads, and I was standing. He was behind me doing it while spitting blood up, and I'm just like,
Oh no.
I'm gonna beat that ass. I'm gonna beat that ass.
You know, look, my mom would have been rolling in her grave if she was saw something like that.
Hold up. Now you telling me they was spitting
Legit,
blood and cutting
spitting blood,
foreheads and ripping Bibles out.
satanic chanting and everything.
Hold up.
It was extreme. It was extreme. So if he's like that, then yeah, he's got it. He got me beat. I'm not. I don't just go to those. Like,
From
I'm
you
cool.
saying that, and they say that hip hop creates trauma.
No, that was nerve
like some
wracking. I
satanic
just stood there, yo. I just stood there and just let it rock. I was like,
It might have been possessed or something.
I don't know what he was, but dude had face paint on.
Yo,
He's like,
oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh hell no!
That's a soundtrack of a school shooter.
said, awesome.
Yo, I'm shocked and awe on that one. I'm stuck like.
Listen, I listen to some shit some devil shit,
Hey,
but my artists aren't cutting themselves.
no. I like all types of music. You can learn something from music though. Like heavy metal.
Listen, my favorite
great-
rapper is a devil worshiper.
Awesome.
I
That's
love Jay-Z.
Oh my god! I have no comment on this. I did not say that.
I'm not saying nothing.
I didn't say that. He did. This guy said it.
Listen, him and Beyonce are sacrificing virgins somewhere.
I'm ignoring the proof on that. No, I mean,
Yeah, I'm not
I ain't
saying
gonna
that.
lie to you.
Hey, because if you want to sign me one day, I don't want him to look back on an interview.
You might remember you talk shit about.
Like, yo,
No, I love Jay-Z. I'd listen to him all day long. I'm happy he's back on Spotify.
He's dope.
I'm a huge Jay-Z fan. But my man, he has a higher power. and it ain't G-O-D.
It's crazy. I'm having this show with no parts, yo. He's in the Black Order, yo. He's a Sith Lord, dog. I'm good.
Listen, if you told me to join his team right now, I'd leave y'all. I'm out.
now you got me looking up at my man's, be like, yo, you know, you built this with a sense of humor, right?
Gone.
HMAC was headed down that dark road, calling us the Pantheon.
Yeah.
My
I was
God.
like, good job.
Or in fucking red room. There's red lights everywhere.
I love it.
Yeah.
It was dope. I mean, that's a dope name, just not for here. You know what I mean? I like HMAC. HMAC's dope.
Yeah, HMAC should catch you because I got to come back up here on the 14th with
Yeah.
Ralph Farrell and the family band.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
So what? Who are some of the music that inspired you guys to get into this? Like, who was the first person you heard? You're like, this is what I want to do.
You want to
We'll
go
go
first?
first.
Oh, we rock, paper, scissors in here? Like,
I mean, you mean? Go ahead. You wanna go first?
Go ahead.
All right. I mean, you mean as far as like mainstream artists, like
Anything.
I mean, I'm a big Meek Mill's fan. I'm a big I don't know if you know him, Sue Surf. He's from Jersey.
I know Meek Mills. He's a Philly guy, right?
Yeah.
Like I like a lot of real raw like stuff that you can feel. I don't really do none of like the mumble rap, none of that like the new era type stuff. I like stuff that has story behind it where you can feel. You know what I mean? Like where you can sit with your friends and like be like, damn, I can feel that, I relate to that. Like that's the type of music I bring out. So that's what I listen to. You know what I mean? It gives me motivation. So yeah. I mean, what about you?
All right, maybe I got a list. I mean, because you know, what I mean, I'm an '80s baby,
Right.
so I grew
No,
up
you said you're old head. What old are you?
38.
38? All right.
Okay.
38.
You're a little younger than me. I'm
30.
32, so I'm not too far behind.
Hey, yo,
I'm only 22, so I'm
Oh, 33.
So
I try to
The
be
judges just reminded me I aged a year this year. I forgot about it. I'm 33.
I try to keep myself handsome as much as possible.
Yeah.
But,
I'm aging like milk.
Yeah, like me, it's like KRS-One while I was growing up, Nas, you know what I
Nas is
mean? I have to say, Bone Thugs and Harmony was a group that I kind of got my style from, that I started off, because I used to
Right.
rap like them when I was back in the day
Speedy.
on freestyling. Yeah,
Everybody was fast when they started.
Everybody, yeah.
When I used to have a singing voice, my singing voice got shot. I don't even know why I tried to write R&B songs, but you can catch me at a karaoke night singing Usher.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You had Rakim. Like I'm more of that era, as in for music. Like that inspired me to.
See, I call all those
Right.
guys MCs.
Yeah.
When I went, like how Craig earlier is like, yo, I love Mos Def. He's my favorite rapper. I was like, that's blasphemy. That man is not a rapper.
He's
he
an
is an
MC.
MC.
Most
Yeah.
Def was one of them too. Tribe Called Quest. Like that, they was
Black Star.
Black Star, De La Soul. Like that's the music that
Twister.
I miss.
Yeah.
Twister, yo. When Twister
Yeah.
came through,
Common
oh my
Sense.
goodness,
Common now.
Common, yo. Like I mean, those are the artists that like I miss the most, especially with Biggie and Tupac. Like
Yeah,
you know what I
Right.
mean.
I mean, nobody gonna replace
Nobody
them.
can replace
ever
them. I don't even know
replace
why.
them.
Every time I hear somebody talk about they the new Pac, they the new Biggie.
hate
Why
when
don't you
I
be the
hate
new
when
you,
people say
nigga?
that.
Like
Yeah.
it's like yo.
I have a
be the-
theory on Pac though. This might be controversial. I have a theory on Pac. So you know how we were talking about before, like some people they played a game, they played a marketing game.
Yeah.
So Tupac wasn't. I'm not discrediting his upbringing, because obviously his mother was very into what she was into, and she was very like, yo, you need to fucking fight for what you. And I respect that.
Yeah,
I'm an Irish Italian. Like my heritage is nothing but like, you get shit on, you fucking fight. You know what I mean? Like that's what I come from. And I do know that's what Tupac came from as well. Like, you know, just people step on your neck, you step back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I also feel like Tupac wasn't stupid. He went to Juilliard.
Oh hell no!
He learned how to create a character.
Yeah, Tupac was very smart.
You know what I mean?
I've read some of his books before.
I think some of his rap was also very inspired by like character. Like, I don't want to consider, like, now I'm not comparing the two, but like Nicki Minaj, not so much Cardi. So we'll put in two females. Cardi is real. She's real. She went through that. She struggled and came up.
Yeah.
Nicki went to a Juilliard. She learned how to become an actor. She learned how to create a persona. She's become educated.
Right.
Biggie came from a jail cell and wrote music.
Yep.
Tupac came from Juilliard and wrote music.
Yep.
So that's two different. I mean, neither one of them are discredited, but they come from two different styles.
Yep.
And I think if neither one of them have passed away, I still think they'd both be extremely relevant. But I think Tupac would have eventually been like, yo, I need to turn this down, because the character that I'm pushing, which eventually probably got him killed, is now also like, this is not truly me, but I knew what would needed to be done to make my money when I was there.
By his last album, you can tell that he was trying to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Before he got killed, by his last album, you can tell that he was trying to make that transition. You know what I mean? To slow the character that he built.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Down. You know what I mean? And actually put sense in a lot of people's heads.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Really,
he was. A lot of people ain't even really understand what he was really saying. Like, he was speaking lyrically.
like he was one of them artists that you really had to, like, you would hear it, and then you were like, hold on, I missed that message. Let me rewind this real quick.
Oh my God, 97 Bonnie and Clyde. me and my girlfriend. Oh my God, that song is amazing. It took me 3 times to realize he was talking about a gun. I was like, yo, he's not talking about a girl at all. Like,
I feel like if they were still alive, I feel like the music industry wouldn't be how it is right now. Like, it would be way different. It would be a lot in a better shape than it is right now. Like, right now, the music game is really messed up.
Yo, the majority of these artists that are out there now wouldn't even be getting no play.
No type of play. Like, back then, you had to be like, when whatever you talked about, you had to be that. You couldn't be no like weirdo and still talk about, like, you shoot stuff and you do all this. You had to actually live that. Like, that had to be you. People wouldn't play you like that if you was.
Like I said, I was listening to an article interview. I guess it was by Crazy Bone not too long ago. I ended up posting up on my Facebook, and he was discussing about some of the music industries, some of the industry leaders, and this whole little private meeting or whatever it was, discussing the fact that years ago that they came to a decision, since they was putting money into private prisons, that they would no longer sign artists that talk politically or, you know what I mean, positively. And they would only promote artists that would talk, you know what I mean, violence and drugs.
it was promoting a culture, and it was promoting not a culture, it was promoting a stereotype.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, it's like the Jim Crow of music, where it's keeping a community down.
Yeah.
And if that community turns around and says, yo, let's be positive, people don't want to hear that, because if you turn around, you become positive and smart and educate yourself, that doesn't fit into an agenda.
And it was crazy how they said that. They said the way that with them investing into the private prisons, the more the prisons get filled, the more money they make.
Yep, they make more money putting people in jail.
Music, using hip hop as that cycle, you know what I mean, in society.
I feel like if you did start talking facts, like something like giving them reality, like, because Tupac was saying a lot of stuff that a lot of people didn't like, because he was telling people about stuff that's going on, and they didn't like that.
No,
so,
people want to live the lifestyle, because for listen, that lifestyle gets you credit that doesn't mean shit. Like, cool, man, you're the toughest guy on the block, but when you're dead by 30, no one's gonna remember you in 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So that clout you had is stupid. It means absolutely nothing. But if you make something of yourself and you can change your community, that means more. That's you know what I mean. But
That's what I feel as though, like, I mean, that's why I respect a lot of artists that actually not just put work into themselves, you know what I mean, but they also put work into their communities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
plus, you get more respect. I feel like you get more respect like that. Like, I feel like there's a lot of people that are from cities and they made it out and they never come back and they never show love to their city, and then their own city don't like them because of that. Like, you know what I mean? So they can't even go back to their city now because of that. Like, it's always good to show love to people.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's easier that way too. I mean, I always look at this like, sure, you can go and you can live that fast lifestyle and you can make quick money, or you can, you know what I mean, it's a double-edged sword, but it at the end of the day, there's only two ways that ends up. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, it just depends on what you want to do with it. You know. Now, you guys, obviously, your influence and stuff. How long have you both been doing this now? You seem like a little young buck here. How old are you?
I'm 22.
22. Yeah, you are a young buck.
I've been rapping though. I've been rapping since I was 16. Well, 15. I started when I was 15. I started just doing little freestyles on YouTube, little light stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then I did when I went to jail, I did some time, and I ended up starting writing. I actually got time to sit down and you know what I mean, start my craft. Started writing, you know what I mean. I got really nice.
Learned that lifestyle wasn't worth it no more.
Right. So I came home. You know what I mean? Did my little stuff, whatever. Chilled out. Try to get focused, and now I'm just starting to get back on my stuff again. So
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm glad you turned that page, man, because that's probably gonna save your life. You know what I mean?
He caught on to it earlier than I did. You know what I mean? Because I still like I've been doing.
Cause I got 2 kids now, so I mean, you know,
22, 2 kids.
Yeah, I got
Jesus.
I got a son and I got a little baby girl. So
yeah,
because I've been like rapping. I started rapping back in like when I was like 12, 13.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then it was mostly like freestyling on the corner. You know what I mean? Battle rapping on the corner and stuff.
Right.
So as I got older,
thought you were drinking a blue drink.
You know what I mean?
Are you joining us? Have a seat. You gotta click the button on top there.
As I got older, it was like I started doing like little shows with certain artists that I grew up with. But then I ended up getting myself in the system a lot more. You know what I mean?
I'm listening.
That's what killed me.
Secretly judging him.
Trying to figure out what's in his cup.
Right. He's drinking pears.
Nope.
It's pear vodka.
No, it's not.
It's a fruit vodka.
I'm black.
Is that grape?
I'm black. It's E&J, right? E&J and ginger ale.
What's E&J?
Irk and jerk.
Yeah, basically.
Easy Jesus.
What is it? What flavor is it though? Apple. Oh, that's it. I knew it was some kind of fruit. I thought it was a pear. I smelled it when I walked in. I'm a booze hound, man.
The booze? That's not booze. That's
liquor. It doesn't taste.
That's
listen,
brandy.
anything with ginger ale is amazing. I like ginger ale with everything.
Changes lives.
40 and 40s, ginger ale and Jameson.
Yeah.
You'll take your pants off in about 4 minutes.
Oh shit.
Hi, welcome to the table.
Hello.
Peaches, man, yo.
Trust me, I don't drink whiskey for that reason.
Oh yeah, I time travel on whiskey.
Yeah, there's no way.
When I say time travel, I drink whiskey and then I end up somewhere and don't know how I got there.
Jesus Christ.
I don't get angry. I'm not an angry drunk.
I am.
I'm a dance. I'm a dance and I'm a lover.
Yeah,
that's not good.
That's why I don't drink at shows, because y'all don't understand how bad it is at shows sometimes.
You can't handle your. Listen, here's the truth.
I don't drink at all no
Here's
more.
the truth. I used to be an angry drunk.
Yeah.
Because what happens is when you drink, the true you comes out. You got some anger issues, man. You need therapy.
Oh yeah, 100%. The therapy needs me. They need me. Oh, drunk as hell. I keep them employed. Right. But yeah, this is Peaches. Sorry to just bring it to the table.
Hi.
One of my favorite songs is called Peaches. It's super inappropriate.
I mean, so am I. So it's okay.
Right.
What, peaches and cream?
No.
That's what I thought he was talking about.
It's actually legit called Peaches. It was used in the Jackass movie.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, you already know it.
Sucking on my titties like you wanted me, calling me all the time. Like,
Oh, she even knows what you're talking about.
It's a great fucking song.
cannon.
Literally, it's just a dude in the drums and he's hitting the cymbal. It's awesome.
Yeah. She's a cannon.
Yeah.
She's performed in my last show.
and the next one.
Yeah. She's a prized possession of mine that I kept secret to everybody in the world.
All right.
Ain't a secret no more.
Thieves.
Thieves. Actually, Thieves introduced me to her. Thieves is another promoter out here. He's dope.
Oh,
Thieves. He works with Pro Sounds.
Sieves. I thought you said
Thieves. He's dope.
One more time.
thieves.
I'm trying to listen to your lips
fever,
and your mouth
thieves.
and your thing isn't making the same noise I'm seeing your mouth make.
Thieves. Thieves.
With a F.
With an F.
All right.
Like thieves.
All right.
Fever.
Your mouth is making a V though. You're like thieves.
Because I got a big lip.
Yo.
It's awkward when a man staring to the lip and you're like, "Fee."
Pulling a J.
Yeah, he's dope. He's a promoter out here. He just brought out Kerr. He did a lot of things. You don't know who Kerr is.
I don't know
Kerr's
anybody.
up and coming. Yeah.
I'm meeting everybody for the first time today. I
Curtis-
just realized you're wearing an Amazon shirt. That's pretty cool.
Oh, you know what? I ain't gonna lie, this is my favorite Harrisburg artist. Honestly, I have to admit. Like, yo, Mazon's dope.
So here's the
He's
thing:
king.
if you're, this is just what I learned from the podcast. If you want to, like, I don't have the money to go buy like 100 T-shirts and bring them and set up a table and sell. But there's a website called Teespring, and I'm not sponsored, so this is not like a. But you literally just take your logo and you put it on this website.
Oh, shit.
And then you just say like, hey, if you want to buy one of my shirts, and they'll make the shirt. So if say the shirt cost $8 to make, and you sell it for 20, you get and they'll make it and ship it to the person for you, and then they'll send you like into your PayPal like $8.
What's it called?
Teespring.
Teespring.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
I might have to write that down.
That's a good way to make some money.
Sounds like I'm
Bringing
gonna have to
on
put
the
that in
artist
my
mashup
notes.
team as well. So, yeah.
These
Yeah,
microphones
here.
were brought to you by T-shirts from Teespring.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm
The
about
whole
to
setup
push
is
out
great.
my logo line actually in a couple weeks. I
Cool.
have the
Yeah,
CS
definitely look
Williams-
into it.
The CS Williams promotion shirts will be coming out. So
Send me,
Dope.
once we wrap up here and we kind of take a break, we'll break and then we'll exchange information. So
definitely.
so we talked about influences.
Okay.
So we'll just catch you up a little bit. Who are some influences for you?
For me, I mean, I like all female rappers. Obviously, as a female
some
rapper,
long
you
nails.
kind of, you know,
You're like Wolverine over here.
exactly. Don't fuck with me. That's
Weapon X
basically,
over here.
that's
I like
basically
it.
Yo, I don't
Don't
know. I like my back being scratched, so
Exactly.
I mean, that might be perfect.
This gonna scratch your spine with those.
It might go through your skin.
No. They'll do a lot more damage to me than they would to anybody else. But yeah, all female rappers pretty much, but like heavily like Missy and Eve. Growing up, you know, like that was who was popping at the time. And then as I got older, obviously Nicki Minaj. And
Team Nicki or Team Cardi?
I like them both. I can't. I would never pick.
I do too. I
would
like
never
them both.
pick. I think people who pick, they're just fueling that sort of thing.
If I had
garbage.
if I had to pick who I'd want to hang out
She
with for the
don't even
night,
write her own lyrics.
if I want to pick who I'm hanging out with for the night, I'm
Not
chilling with Cardi.
I'm
Yeah,
not
for
chilling with
sure.
Cardi. She'd annoy me.
No.
You know, I'm
I'm
annoying,
not-
so like she'd annoy me and I'm annoying. Like,
No, she
Yo,
wouldn't-
I'm
she
sorry, I
wouldn't
wouldn't be able to have a conversation with Cardi.
it's like, oh, crap.
I would just be,
Get out of here with that.
I'd be like, Cardi, give me 15 minutes. I'm gonna go to the bar. I need to catch up with you mentally.
Now,
Alcohol.
cuff her
And then
up.
We're gonna have
cuff her up, like wife her up. Oh, 100%. What she just did for Quavo, and he
Yo,
cheated on her, or
yo.
whatever. Gave him 500,000 bands,
Yo.
and you cheated. So you giving me express?
You don't even want to talk to me about it.
Yeah, he got too excited right there.
Maybe
You
it's
know,
less-
dumped
cheat.
a whole
Oh, he would have been
apple
bad.
drink on my board. Would have been the end of the show.
Yeah. So she he cheated and he got 500,000 for it. So good man, Quavo. Not saying
I can't
cheaters.
even
Good
talk
job,
about it.
cheaters. Not saying that, but just saying, yeah, Quavo, you the man.
You don't think that it was a publicity stunt?
Do I think it was him cheating?
Yeah. Like all of it.
No,
No?
he's been cheating.
And they just twisted it into a
I just
publicity
think
stunt?
they just do a lot of stuff.
I don't know about any of this.
Chris Brown cheats. You know what I mean?
And
They
beats
all
his
cheat.
mom.
Kevin Hart cheated.
They all cheat.
What, 3 times or 2 times?
He's funny. He can do whatever.
He's
he
not
wants.
An
funny. at all.
insecure man will cheat no matter what.
Bro.
Kevin
Come
Hart's
on,
funny.
bro. Kevin Hart's not funny.
Kevin Hart's funny.
Kevin Hart's not funny. He sold his soul to the devil and got
Yeah.
famous.
Welcome to the club. I want to be part of this team.
Where's the devil at? Where he at, though?
Keep talking like that.
I'm trying to become an Illuminati member. All right.
Yo,
Inspiring
who's been getting, I
Illuminati.
seen a couple rappers from Harrisburg. They put up this joint on Facebook with this dude that's in the Illuminati. He keeps sending these messages to people.
Tell him to hit me up.
Send him
I'll
my
cover the
details.
eye. Dude, I've been throwing these up all day.
Oh my god.
Actually, it's this. This is wrestling. That's
yeah,
too
that's
sweet.
crazy.
That's devil. That's the devil. You got a little horn and a little mouth in there.
He's educated.
That's
man.
that gang that everybody be talking about.
I'm cool.
The Rock's that. Listen,
That runs
That goes,
everything.
The
that goes to
Rockets-
show how much I ignore it. Like, gang. motherfucker,
Yeah, I'm
you
sorry,
doing it
Nikki.
the
I didn't
way-
mean to take you off.
No, it's okay. Trust.
So yeah, influences. So we were talking about storytelling.
Okay.
It seems like the general consensus of the room was we enjoyed hip hop, R&B, anything with a story to it. And one of the names you said is one of the greatest female story music. No, not Missy. Story. If you want to talk about story in a song, where she tells a story. Eve, Love is Blind.
For sure.
Jesus,
I was surprised she didn't say
That
Lauryn
was
Hill.
a real song.
Oh, of course. Of course I love Lauryn Hill. But, like, that's a completely different lane than me, for sure.
Yeah. So, and how long have you been doing this? Cool.
I've been doing music for about a year and a half, but before that I was acting. So like I have my degree in performance. I'm an actor first, and I write like plays and films and stuff. So it was kind of like that.
This ties into it again. We were just talking about how I feel like Nicki and Tupac were great actors who use characters to make their music better.
For sure. For sure. Drake as well.
Yeah.
Drake's an amazing actor. He's probably the best actor
I wouldn't go that far.
going right now. You think that his lyrics are real? You think that he's talking about his real life?
No,
Drake?
I think he's better fake rapping than he is playing a kid in a wheelchair.
100%.
But, I mean, you don't think that Drake is his whole character? Like his name's not even Drake.
Yeah.
Like that's his whole persona is his whole character.
It helps that he's good looking.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. If he was ugly, nobody.
I heard Drake got lipo as well.
Listen, if I had money, I'd do it too. I'd get butt implants tomorrow if I had money. My pants keep falling down. I got no butt. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
I
You got
can't.
money to blow, so
Yeah, if I had that money, I'd buy stupid shit.
Yeah, he's weird. Drake's trash.
He's making money.
He makes more than me. I can't. You know what? I'm gonna be real with you. I shouldn't.
I wanna sit courtside.
I respect them. I'm gonna tell you why I respect them. Like because point blank, I'm not doing it.
Exactly.
That's it.
There
That's
you
all.
go.
I can't even knock them.
You know how many artists?
Industry.
You know how many artists that the
Worst
media
artists.
told me that I should hate because they're trash, and then I actually listen to an interview by someone who, when they're being genuine, you're like, I fucking like
You know
that
who
person.
it was?
Yeah.
You know who it was that happened to me? And this recently happened. Take a guess. You're gonna start crying. Everyone's gonna hate me at this table.
Tyler the Creator.
Nope.
That's what happened with me.
I
With
probably
him.
won't.
You will. Everyone at this table is about to hate me.
Oh,
6ix9ine.
I hate you.
All right.
Yo,
You're right.
listen,
You're right.
We needed
Yo,
that.
listen. Here's what I would say.
needed that.
Yo, 6ix9ine is an incredible liar.
I'm gonna mute him.
Dang, look. 6ix9ine straight up ratted out an entire game. I'm not applauding
gonna
for this.
die.
He's gonna probably die. But look, if you watch the Breakfast Club interview, like before he went in and all that stuff,
They call him a pedophile.
yo, he was.
Yikes.
I mean, but he was talking like he was literally just spitting facts about the industry, like legit shitting on it, like telling everything, bro.
He didn't tell us nothing.
He was telling before he was telling.
But I'm just saying, look, I'm not mad at the man, bro. He's hated. Hey, he ain't snitched on me, so do what you gotta
Well,
do,
here's,
bro.
listen. I would never do time for somebody else, but I also wouldn't put myself in a situation where
He kind of was forced into it. I did my back history on
No
him,
one's
man.
forcing anything.
He was. He definitely was. Think about it.
You better join us.
I'm
I'm
gonna tell you like this.
Pull it.
Let's put it like this. So, like, look, you talking to a kid that's broke in Queens, in Bronx, New York, that has nothing going for him, and a man comes up and says, "Yo, I could give you this. I can give you the word. Just rap."
So he's
And-
the only kid in Brooklyn.
Here's what I'm
that's
saying.
broke.
Here's what I'm saying. He did all of that, and then he came up with the gang stuff. It was introduced to him. They literally said, "Yo, we got the gang over here. They can give you whatever. They'll even protect you. You just gotta pay them." He did it. He was like, "Oh yeah, why not?" He's just wilding out. That's all he was just tripping.
Yeah.
And then he got
They
into some
found-
shit he didn't know.
They're like, yo, look at that kid. He looks stupid.
He does.
Let's get him.
Let's
Yeah,
extort him for all
he
his shit.
definitely- he definitely-
Now look, when they did that to him, right? What people don't understand is that the gang was already being investigated since 2013. People need to
they
look
were.
at their facts.
Yeah.
Since 2013, they've been being
All
investigated.
gangs are.
He was only in the gang for a year. He didn't know that much. All he knew was what happened when they were in court and they had the cameras up and they had his face on it with Shotty doing dumb shit, and they said to him, "Yo, is that you
I
in
know
the
who Shotty
camera?"
is.
The dude that was with his manager. They
Yeah.
said, "Is that you and your manager?" What are you gonna do sitting in court in front of a Supreme Court judge?
Know what I mean?
Nope.
His rainbow ass hair. I've never seen that.
That's
message
not
in my
me,
life.
but that's not even the right hair color. I'm telling you.
I'm like, you motherfuckers are great at Photoshop.
Suicide. So here's what I'm saying. And another thing, I'm sorry, I cut you off, but another thing too is a lot of people that was sitting in his position would have snitched. I don't care what nobody tells me. You facing 47 years, and then the feds show you a video, show you a recording of them talking about bang your baby moms and they're gonna kill you, bro. Everyone in this room
Bang,
would
I
snitch.
got a new one.
They would have snitched, bro.
Baby moms come and go. Listen,
And they were
my
taking your
God.
money.
coming from once again. I come from an Irish Italian bloodline.
I'll make a new baby.
If I come from an Irish Italian bloodline, if you're willing to put yourself in that situation
Yeah.
and you're willing to live that lifestyle,
respect that, though.
then you also are willing to
For the
But
consequences.
I am not consenting to him snitching.
now
at all.
if I don't know you, right? And we're hanging out, and all of a sudden you pull a gun out and shoot 3 of these people, and then you're like, don't tell. I'm like, cool, man. As soon as you leave, I'm telling on you. Because I don't know you. And I'm not going to jail for you. Like, but if we grew up and we're boys, I'm like, all right,
but that's
this is my friend.
The case with him.
I accept these situations.
Yo,
I live with fast-ass crazy
6ix9ine
people.
didn't know anybody there. He didn't know any. 6ix9ine did not know anyone
He was just
there.
oblivious.
But he knew a lot of
6ix9ine
people
did
at
not
that
know
court.
anybody there, bro. Here's the crazy. Here's what gets even. Here's what gets even crazy. Here's what gets even crazy with 6ix9ine. It gets even crazier because his court case, his actual court case, when they had when they were in the courtroom and everything, had over, it was like 500-600 people in the courtroom, and then there was like a couple more hundred outside the courtroom,
singing.
right? And then look, the dude that actually was doing all the snitching, his name is CEO Chris. I'm putting that out there. His name is CEO Chris. If it's not out there already, his name is CEO Chris. This ball had 25 people.
What are
in
you
his court
talking
case.
about, bro?
Anyway, so I listened to the interview. With Miley Cyrus, and I thought, I was like, I'm gonna party with her.
Yo, that's facts though. I'm tired of people keep going in on 6ix9ine, brother. Both snitched. All right, cool. Frank Lucas snitched too.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
Nobody's saying nothing about him.
But he was safe in prison.
What?
I mean, Henry Hill snitched too.
Yo. A lot of rappers snitched.
Right.
Plenty of rappers snitched.
Right.
But 6ix9ine was the only one that did it to this scale. All right, shit happens, bro.
Yeah, but he was telling on people that didn't even ask for it.
Yo, why not?
He's like,
What you need? I'm already fucked. Yo, Cardi B in the game too.
you know Cardi? He's like, motherfucker, I don't even know you.
But yeah, I'm sorry, Nikki. Again.
No, it's okay. I'm entertained.
I had to literally say
That's literally how these podcasts go.
I love it.
We take side tangents all the time.
Trust me.
6ix9ine is not. Look, man, he's a shitty person for snitching. Don't get me wrong, but
And it right there.
But
just say
he's not the only one that's.
Period.
Listen, look at watch BBN Network, bro. Watch BBN Network.
I don't even know.
BBN Network on
What's
YouTube.
BBN mean?
It's like I don't know what it means. I know
Sound like something in a porn category.
It's a great podcast. It's a great podcast. Yo, it's a great podcast, man. It is a great podcast. Real talk on YouTube. I watch it a lot.
Who interviewed him?
No one interviewed 6ix9ine at all yet, but they interview
can't get
people
to
in the game and around the
They
game.
did say that he's getting ready to come out with another album too, yo.
In July, he's getting out of jail.
Who was the guy who, like, this is a long ass time ago. I'd probably just direct this to you. In like 2005, he made like 4 albums from like a jail phone. Like
shit, who was that? You talking about
See, I did Castle
he was
Walls
with
in
he
jail.
was signed to Bad Boy.
Yeah, he was with like Puffy. Like it would just be like this, and then it'd be like a song, and then it'd be like it sound like somebody was rapping in a tin can. Or like
I'm trying to
they
think.
probably
recorded-
was.
They try to say he sounded like Biggie at one point.
Yeah.
Once Biggie
Start
died.
with an S, right?
Shine.
yeah.
Shine. That's what it
yeah.
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
He shot the dude in the club.
Yeah.
Yeah, off
Yeah.
the stage.
Play stupid
say,
games.
Yeah,
Didn't,
and you know, Puff
didn't
Daddy
Kevin Gates
kind of
do
got
that as
himself
well?
out of that one.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't Kevin Gates do that as well? Record his mixtapes in jail?
Yeah.
I don't know who Kevin. I'm
You don't know who Kevin Gates
Kevin
is?
I don't.
He's the best rapper alive, bro.
I mean, that's extreme,
yeah,
but
I'm
definitely look him up. Definitely look him up.
With that.
Don't waste your time.
I like Kevin Gates'
Don't wait.
5 greatest rappers of all time.
Dylon.
Like
Dial on.
Like I follow a lot of Kevin Gates' lives, and he's good. Like he's a good dude. I ain't gonna hold you. He's a real good dude. And he speaks facts.
Yeah.
I just like
You
his
know what I mean?
voice. He's a
I
really
spread
nice
myself
voice.
my spectrum's too broad, so I miss a lot of stuff.
I don't know. I'm not
Like System of a Down's coming back.
y'all
I'm pretty
listen
excited
to
about
For
that.
real?
Yeah.
The 2 white people at the table. Really?
My Chemical Romance. Like I'm pretty pumped.
I can't hear you.
I said,
You gotta come in.
Oh,
Yeah,
did y'all like Nipsey Hussle?
Nipsey.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Look, bro. I'm not even gonna
I'm gonna
lie.
be honest. I didn't know about him until he died.
I listen. Yeah, me too.
neither.
I know it's not that I didn't know about him. I just never.
just being honest.
Like in a game, Def Jam Fight for New York. I played as him once, twice. I mean,
He was not in Def Jam.
Yes, he was.
Was he
He's
really?
Def Jam Fight for New York. Yeah, he was in the Def Jam the game. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no one played that one.
I think the only track of his that I even like know of, and it's not even his, it's just a feature. It's when he was on FDT with YG.
Oh yeah.
That's really the only, and like
But he's not a bad rapper.
No, he's great, but like for people to be calling him like a legend and stuff, it's like obviously
I mean, I see what he did with
It's
his
the dynamic.
community.
Yeah,
like,
for
you know what I mean?
sure,
That's
as
what-
a person,
that's,
yeah,
that's what I
yeah.
recognized him for more than
Course.
his music. You know what I
Right.
mean? I recognize that
Also
more than his
Motivate was a
music.
good song, yeah.
So
Yeah, right.
I love that song.
Yeah, I don't know much about his credibility or what he's done, so I don't want to speak ill or positive.
Nipsey's
but
dope. I like
if I leave this room today and get shot and killed, I guarantee my podcast is the greatest thing that ever lived. Sometimes people just get a little more.
put it on repeat.
Yeah, when people.
No, but he did a lot for his community. Like
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
really put put a lot of money. He's not like the typical.
I raised
rapper.
$800 for Toys for Tots.
Yeah, but he did like probably 20,000 for his community.
That's a true story.
And he was quiet about it.
Yeah,
too.
he wasn't like
I did watch
real quiet about
I watched
it.
an interview with him, and I really enjoyed the interview. But it was on an interview with that show that was on Netflix where they were trying to find like the next rapper. I thought it was a cool show.
Oh yeah, Rhythm and Flow.
Yeah, I thought it was a cool show. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I
It was
watched
really
that.
good.
I watched that show. That deal is nice. I watched that whole set.
I felt bad. There was one girl in the show I was pulling for because she was from Reading, just because it was close here. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, "We're gonna partner. You have to go against like this dude." And I was like, "Well, this dude's like winning the whole show." And I was like, "You have no shot." This shit sucked. And her name was Beans. I was like, "All right, your name is Beans, and you got to go into a battle rap. It's not going to be a good day for you."
There's
And
so many things you can rhyme with
and
beans.
this dude murdered her.
Yeah, I seen that. That battle rap. She got killed.
And she's not a battle rapper, but she
No.
reminded me like of a new aged, like if Left Eye met the girl from Fast and the Furious and she started rapping. She had that like Michelle Rodriguez look, or she just like she would just kill you. You know what I'm talking about? She was good, but I was like, oh, I'll give her credit. She's from Reading, but I thought it was a fun show.
I think there's a lot of different artists, man, that are doing that, the gaslighting stuff. They're just gaslighting any artist at this point. Mm-hmm. They have nothing really to promote nowadays as far as music. That's why I like working with the local artists and
Yeah, but that show actually let people like
Rhythm and Flow.
It let people like you never heard of before. But when a camera's there, you actually get to learn about the person.
I guarantee the first thing they asked was what you're following like on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I guarantee
Yeah, I'm
their
about to
followings
say,
are
possible.
insane.
Very
I guarantee
possible.
their followings are huge.
It's the
I'm
same
telling
thing
you, bro,
with
it's crap.
Beans lives 45 minutes from me. I've never heard him in my life.
like,
Never
and it
heard of
was-
him, but his
and it was-
community has. And the thing about it is, you don't need to hear about anybody.
Her.
I put a couple $1,000 to my Instagram. I'm popping now, bro.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, a lot of
Four-
people are buying
4,000.
a lot of
Got to pay to
stuff.
play.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, you pay that
Exactly.
bread out. You're gonna get that following you want.
Yeah,
of course.
Like
Like,
$4,000, I'll make it pop, dog. I go on Instagram all day.
because like
Right.
your mom back in the day, bros used to sell CDs out the trunk of their car to get their following and get their money.
ain't gotta
up,
do that
right?
no more, though.
Now you got to go online and do it, but you're paying like third, fourth party
Yep.
to sit there and get your following up.
Yeah, I don't do that.
People
You know
who
what I
aren't
mean?
even actually sitting there and listening to your music to just
Yeah.
get a couple hundred streams on SoundCloud. You got me
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
No
You know
way.
the crazy thing about Facebook,
Right.
what I learned about Facebook, even though the video is like playing, like when people scroll past it and shit, as soon as it starts playing, like if you stop and look at it and not even like play it, it counts. So people be getting their views up on Facebook just by people scrolling past and just
Yeah,
glancing at the
Yo,
shit.
people
That's where
will
I got a lot
play
of my
their
music.
Spotify music. Sorry, people will play their Spotify music online, turn the music all the way down while they sleep the whole night to get their numbers up.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's like, I get it. It's kind of
crazy.
smart, but it's also like you're lying. Like you're a liar. Like ain't nobody listening to your music but you, and you not even listening. Like
You know, that's what podcasts do. That's a little podcast secret. So what they'll do is like if you have like 15 different apps, and some apps will automatically, like, so say if you like, I like the Joe Rogan Experience. As soon as Joe Rogan drops a new episode, your app will automatically download their new episode if you're subscribed to it. So every time he gets a download, he gets credit for someone playing his episode.
That's crazy.
I did a lot of that research. Like I was like, yo, how do you fucking? Because
You cheated a little bit.
I did not. I have three. Like realistically,
No, I'm just
talking
Put
numbers.
that in my notes.
YouTube,
Right.
YouTube,
Put that in my notes
YouTube.
there.
I have like almost, I think 400 subscribers. They're legit 400 people. Like I didn't pay for any of those.
We finally hit 1,000 on our artist mashup.
Yeah,
After you,
I'm at 2,500 on Facebook.
fuck you. I started mine before yours too, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't that some shit? You're a bastard.
I work,
I
bro.
can't even fuck with Facebook. Honestly, like I
love
just
it.
don't get
It's
it.
I know,
so
like
easy.
I'm about to say, like a lot of my
I suck
videos
at
and my
Twitter.
freestyles on Facebook. Like,
Oh, I don't
just
understand
one.
Twitter.
I suck at
like my
Twitter.
videos be going up like fast, but you don't. The only thing about Facebook is you just don't know who be looking at your stuff. It
It's
just pops
that,
up.
that damn algorithm crap.
Well, the thing
Right.
with Facebook too is I used to do live streams on Facebook, and I'm like, you had 874 people view this. I'm like, but and you break it down, and you're like, they watch for like 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so it's not like a legit. I listen. If it happens, it happens. But I just enjoy meeting new people and talking. That's why I did what I do. That's
Hell
why I
yeah.
started it. It's fun.
That's how Artist Mashup started. You know what I mean? Met with Mazon, Stacks, and Raven Rose, first 3 artists to work with.
Yeah.
And Jade MC, she's dope.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Yeah, those are the first 4 artists I
Who's that
worked
girl
with.
that we met at karaoke the one night?
Which one?
Black girl with the short hair. She had a good voice.
That's probably her, realistically.
She sang?
Yeah, she sang.
Oh, that's
She sang like
That's
Yellow.
Jade.
She
She sings.
sang fucking Coldplay Yellow. blew my mind. I was like, I did not expect her to go
Drink
up and
too much
sing that.
alcohol thing.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Well, sorry.
I
I
just
forgot they do karaoke.
I just didn't expect.
Let's do
this-
that. Let's
this-
do that, you guys. Let's
Yeah.
go to karaoke.
No, she, a lot of the artists.
I just didn't know black people knew who Coldplay was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You haven't heard Josh Ari then?
Yeah, he was
Bruh.
he was friends with her. The
Josh can sing, bro. That man.
the
is
dude with the
beast.
glasses.
Yeah,
he was a beast too. I
He
talked to
kills
him last
that
time we were here.
La Vida Vida.
Yeah, by Coldplay.
He kills that every time. Every time.
Actually, no, she did Creep by Radiohead.
Yeah. That sounds like her, actually. I mean, I don't know. I'm just making up people, but it sounds like her. Like,
Yeah.
from what I know about her, that sounds like something she would like.
That's cool.
And she was saying, Jade, yeah.
I don't know.
Jade.
I have her on Facebook. I just don't know her name to look it
I've
up.
been friends with her since, like, high school.
Trying to think.
Yeah, she has like a shorter hairstyle. Mm-hmm. That's probably her.
Nah, it's not Jade. I know who you're talking about. It's not Jade. Hold on. Keep going.
Yeah. Anyway, so
I get it.
so what are, like you said, we talked a little bit like your styles, influences. What are you have some stuff? Actually, where can we find your stuff?
Yeah, at the moment, my stuff's just on SoundCloud. My EP is coming out next month. So, oh my god. So, I took off my single that was on Spotify and Apple Music and stuff. I took it down because it's going to be remastered and released with my EP, which is called Life's a Peach. My rap name's Peachkka, obviously. So,
How did you land on that?
so I'm Croatian. My family's Croatian. If you know anything about Steelton, there's a huge Croatian population there. My family's Croatian, and Peachkka means cunt in Croatian.
Nice.
So that
It's
was
a great
kind
word.
Of, yeah.
It's my favorite word of all time.
Same. So I figure like that's what people are going to call me anyway. So it's like I might as well call myself that before other people do. And yeah, so that was kind of where I came up with the name of that.
dope.
Thank you. So yeah, my stuff's coming out like everywhere, Apple Music, all that, Tidal, everywhere next month on Valentine's Day. But for now, you can look me up on SoundCloud, YouTube, all that stuff.
Nice.
All the free places for now.
Now, where did you got a sick little bend going on in that?
Yeah, no.
You gotta go Galaxy, bro. So, what did you guys? How did you develop your? You guys, do you use stage names? Is that all? Or is it just your names?
Well, I'll tell you straight out.
Yeah, I go by a stage name.
I go by stage name, then my real name. Like when it comes to like certain things, like my stage name is CSmoke,
CSmoke.
which I got it to the point where it stands for creating songs, making others keep entertaining. It's an acronym.
I like it.
But how I got that name was my freshman year of high school when the movie Friday first came out. So
Makes sense.
everybody called me Smokey for like years until they realized that, oh, he can rap and this, that, and the third. So Smokey turned to Smoke, and then Smoke turned to C-Smoke. So, I mean, C-Smoke stuck.
I had so many nicknames. Your brothers gave me a new nickname every 2 years.
Yeah.
My first nickname was called Fiend. Not because I was on drugs. Because I guess when I played basketball, I played defense like a fiend. Like I just wouldn't. Because I was a soccer player my whole life. So then when I started learning how to play, I sucked at basketball. And then I met his brothers, and I got really fucking good. Like I was decent, but I had cardio for days. And I would if I was playing stick a D on you, I was annoying the fuck out of you because you weren't moving.
Right.
So they're like, yo, you play like a fiend. So that was my name for a while. And then Hype. I got Hype.
Hype.
They're like, yo, Hype man. I was like, oh. Then I had it after like 6 months. Like, I hate it. I hate that name. But how did you get your name?
I started off. People used to call me D. So
You got to come a little bit in there.
People used to call me D, so I used to get called D like a lot. Like so, I mean, I started off like my first rap name was S Money. Like that was when I first
S
started.
Money?
Yeah, but obviously I changed that. So, but yeah, I just ended up changing it over time. Like I just put it. People call me D, so I switched it to Dmack. Add a little flavor, yeah. You know, it didn't really mean nothing for real though.
That reminds me of the Cedric the Entertainer skit where you meet. He's like, I met this dude. He's like, my name is Delicious. Like, I'm not calling you Delicious. I'm gonna call you D. I'm gonna call you D. So that's funny. Yeah, some stage. We had a few friends growing up that had some interesting stage names, and I was like, I'm not calling you that.
Yeah, no, I had some.
Now I've seen some long ones too. Like,
Yeah.
Stage name, my first.
I used to battle with this kid. This guy, the kids, we were kids at the time, and his rap name was Arson.
Arson's dope.
I love Arson.
cool.
He's such a cool dude, but
Arson Montana.
yeah, which is a cooler, like that's a
Yeah,
cool ass
Arson
name.
It kind of sounds like a stripper name, though, to be fair. Arson Montana.
yeah.
Like a male stripper, for sure.
He don't look like a male stripper.
Chip
though. He's
and Dale,
tiny.
Chip and Dale.
He's tiny. He's a tiny guy. But we used to play basketball all the time, and we'd go show up somewhere, and he'd be like, "Mother," because every time we played, we always had to guard each other, and it was like a rivalry. And he's like, yo, I got, my last name's Blackwell, but I was the only white kid in my group of friends, so my nickname was Black, and I just thought that was funny. So I'm like, I'm keeping that one. Get rid of Hype and Fiend. I'm gonna keep Black. And then basketball was like Black Magic, because they said like to do shit that was like you couldn't believe. I didn't buy that either, but Professor was a nickname. Remember the N1 mixtapes? I used to have the shaved head. They're like, it's a fucking Professor. I hate, don't like that either. But yeah, so when Arson's real name was Tim, so when he would come to the court, they'd be like, yo, Arson. I'm like, all right, I'm guarding Timothy. He's like, I fucking hate you, man. I was like, what you got, Timothy? He's like, so mad at me.
Crazy.
He's like, call me by my name. I said, Timothy. There's like Muhammad Ali in there. I was pissing him off, but it was all out of love. It was like a little rivalry thing.
Shoot, to me, it's funny. It's like with people that grew up with me, they'll call me out my government name, and then people that I'm with that don't know my government name be like, yo, why did they just call you Randy?
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I know that person. We went to school together, so.
So on Facebook, I have Anthony. Well, I go, but everyone either calls me Blackwell or Tony. So, or Black, depending on what family I'm around that day. So it's funny because if I'm at work or I'm with people I work with or like I meet through like this podcast and stuff, most people are like, "Oh my God, Anthony," and I'm like, "Okay," and then it kind of knows what lane I'm in with each person.
Yeah,
like I didn't tell them secrets yet. I'm still Anthony to them. They don't know the deep stuff. And then some people like
know that other guy.
Yeah, and then like Tony, and I'm like, all right, that's a little closer. And then some people are like Blackwell. I'm like, fuck, do I turn around? Like if they know Blackwell, it's a bad day. But yeah, people go to my wife all the time, like, oh my God, Anthony's such a nice guy. So who the fuck's Anthony? And they're like, your husband? And she's like, oh yeah, it is Anthony. That's rare.
That's the same with my boyfriend. Like he'll be talking, be like, yeah, Nikki said this, and they're like, who's Nikki? Like, oh, no, Peach. Like my girl Peach. Like, and like, he's like, why do all my friends know you as Peach? I'm like, well, that's my name, babe. I really don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you just kind of have to go with it. Like,
nice. So, what are some of your future plans, goals coming up when it comes to music? We'll start with you. We'll go clockwise now.
I mean, my future plans is definitely to get more things going with it. Like I've been I wouldn't say wasting time. I've been like trying to get things situated for a while. So now I'm trying to like get everything situated and get it started. Like instead of just planning, getting everything started.
Cool. What about you?
So yeah, with my EP coming out next month, it's kind of like go time for me. I lived in the UK for like 7 years, and I just moved back in October. So I'm kind of like trying to do the same thing.
That's why you like that word, because cunt is used like
heavily, yeah.
Like in UK, like how we say fuck, they say cunt in UK.
Yeah, like they're going out to get drunk. Like we're gonna go get cunted tonight. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
like all right, like if we have to.
I would have took that as like, oh, where the party at?
Like literally.
Where the girls?
No, they'll call like how we'd be like, yo, look at this bitch.
Look at that fucking cunt. Yeah, for sure.
Cunt. Like, that's a hot cunt. Like that's what they say. Like that's their terminology. Like
not for women though. Not like to describe
they'll
a girl.
call their friends cunts.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing, cunt? Like, yeah. So I'm a huge soccer fan. So like I'm.
Who do you support?
When it comes to UK, I just pick Manchester because they're the easiest to watch here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. We'll leave it there.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
I always liked Wayne. I always liked Wayne Rooney as well.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. That's
talking
fine.
about
I seen Wayne play in DC. I was excited.
That's dope.
He went to DC United and scored a goal.
Legend.
Yeah, he's awesome. So I just picked Manchester just because. And isn't their like logo a devil too? Like they're like a devil?
No.
You got excited.
They're called the devil. Like, aren't they like
throw that devil?
They're like the red devils. Like it's like they're
maybe.
Yeah,
I'm not
something.
sure.
It's like a griffin or something, but it looks like a little devil dude. It's like in a shield.
Oh, I don't know.
Who's your team?
I'm starting to
I like Arsenal.
Arsenal. Okay. Isn't that where what's his name play now? Fucking Pretty Boy.
Who's Pretty Boy?
The dude who's he's an animal. I know he plays for Everton or fucking the pretty dude.
Not talking about shit. I don't know.
I don't know. Did you know that there's a guy from Hershey that plays for the
Beckham.
Premier League?
Who?
A guy from Hershey. His name Christian Pulisic.
Oh.
He's like local. He's like 21 and he plays for Chelsea.
That's awesome.
Like getting like millions and millions of dollars a year. It's crazy.
You know what's crazy?
Did you ever go see the City Islanders in Harrisburg?
No,
it's a fucking good time.
Nope. You know what happened when I went to go see them? I had to take children. It was pretty dope because I was working at the Y, so we got the box, and because let me rephrase what I'm about to say. Our box.
I'm not censoring anything, so if you say something, I'm not going back and
We
timestamp
didn't
it.
have food in our box, and we were supposed to have food in our box.
You
But
don't get
everyone else around us had food, and it was paid for. The food was paid for.
You do the math.
But-
And you had a bunch of kids as well.
You do the
Yeah.
math.
Oh, I already know. They're great. Senators are great. You know what I mean? It was a great time. I got to watch.
Don't
you know
give
what
those
the
black guys food.
The best part about it, though, what made me happy was seeing the mascot out in the rain. That was pretty dope.
Yeah,
It
we
started
went
downpouring.
with our soccer. When I used to coach soccer, we went with our whole team, and it was fucking.
He
a
was
good time.
cool. He was dope. I mean, the mascot was dope. He was in the rain. He was pissed. He had to walk back soaking wet. I was like,
I bet that shit's heavy when it gets wet
It was
as
a
well.
Chewbacca mascot too. I was like,
You know, it's heavy as fuck. Yeah, soccer's a good time. But yeah, that
he's mad as
that
shit.
UK thing. Cunt.
Yeah,
That's
so-
big in Australia too.
Yeah. It's big everywhere but here apparently it's like the
like
worst
the
swear
worst
word
word
you
ever.
could say, but I don't care. But
I'm
yes.
about to say, I'm so U.S. Did you say cunt to a woman right now? That's
Yeah.
that's handcuffs.
Well, I
for
mean,
me.
yeah, don't call me that. Like, I mean, yeah, no,
I answered
no.
the phone to her.
Like, "Golly, how you doing there, cunt?" I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, hold up.
Heidi's
Whoa,
awesome, though.
What do you want, cunt?
Heidi's
Yeah, what's
awesome.
up, dick? Like, what's like?
Tony, you know you don't mess with the dragon, bro. Heidi will whoop your ass,
Yeah,
bro.
Asian blood. She's Vietnamese. They don't even know martial arts.
Wow.
It's the only Asian culture that doesn't know martial arts.
I can tell
It
she's a
doesn't
bad
count.
bitch just from looking at her. She'll
Yeah.
fuck you up.
Doesn't count.
She looks
I can
Spanish.
tell.
People
I can
think she's
tell.
Spanish.
Heidi's a real N-word. I could say that.
Yo, this is
Heidi's a real N-word.
one time we were playing basketball, me and your brothers in Tamaqua.
You got abusive with Justin or no?
No, we were on teams, so it was good.
Yeah. You don't want to play against my brother Jay.
Either one of your brothers.
He's a beast. Justin's a beast, but he's just.
You go up by 2 points, elbows start going. It's like playing spree well.
No blood, no foul.
he'll
No
start-
blood, no
yeah.
foul.
Blood, no foul.
It's like when Adam Sandler starts scoring in the longest yard and it just
Oh, yeah.
elbowed in the
That's my
mouth.
favorite
That,
movie. Oh, yeah.
that was my life growing up. No foul, baby. No foul. No, I'm bleeding everywhere. No, we were playing a game and we ran the court. Like, no one can get us off the court. And this one dude comes over to her, and she's at the time she was in college, so she was working on her book stuff. And this guy comes over and starts flirting with her, and she's like, "I'm good, man. Leave me alone. Bye." And another guy comes up and starts talking Spanish to her. She's like, "I'm good. I'm goodbye. Leave me alone." And then I end up guarding the guy in the game and just fucking him up. Like, what always happened to me. So they'd come to the court and they would see his brothers, and they'd be like, "All right, best player on him, next best player on him, next best player on him," and then the shittiest player put on the white guy. And they'd look, his brothers would look at him and be like, "You're stupid." They're like, "Why?" They're like, "Because he's gonna fuck that dude up." and then halfway through the game, they'd be like yelling, "Yo, you want to switch, bro? You can't handle him." and then we always had that mismatch. So we switched, and they're like, "You put the weak person on his brother Tony."
Oh, it's stupid.
You're fucking. Because he could score more than me, and he had more body. You know what I mean? So we'd fuck people up. So
man.
I just embarrassed this kid the whole time. All of his friends stopped talking to him because he couldn't stop me from scoring.
It was bad as shit.
And then after the game was over, I go over and I gave her a kiss. He goes, "This motherfucker I was trying to mac on that girl. She wouldn't talk to me, and he fucks me up on the basketball court." And that's
I love that.
the old head was there. It was just it looked like when Kyrie Irving dressed up as the old black dude for the commercials where he pretended he was old and fucked everyone up in basketball.
Oh, yeah.
That's what this dude looked like. Like if Kyrie Irving put the makeup on.
You know, you just fucked up this whole pickup game now. Like,
Yeah.
you know, when you that last person to get picked for a team and
Yeah.
shit, the team is all pissed off. Like, damn, we gotta take
They
this.
always, they always.
They
Yeah.
be talking shit on their breath and shit.
But we used to show up to courts and they'd be like, "All right, let's pick teams." And then we're like, "No, we showed up together. We stay together. You guys pick your teams." And we used to go from town to town and be like,
Beating ass.
"Call whoever you have to call. Bring your best ballers to this court. We're not leaving until we play everybody."
Heidi.
And we'd be there all day long.
Yo, that's how the
100 pounds lighter on all of them.
brothers. That's how the brothers I grew up with used to do it. Yo, we used to do that shit in Europe.
Every Sunday we go. We still ball every Sunday. We be out there.
Oh, I was like
stopped
100.
balling.
I was like 112 pounds.
I stopped
couldn't
balling
drive.
a long time ago.
Yeah, Tony was about 130, 40 pounds.
But he was
lighter.
still built like fucking
He's
animal.
He's an animal, yeah.
I couldn't drive, so I played with his brothers, and they were all so fucking strong and big, and I was like fucking 112 pounds. So I would try to drive and just get killed.
Oh, my
and I'm
God.
like, I'm gonna learn how to shoot, and I became an amazing outside shooter, and I would sneak a pass in the paint like nobody's business. So I just played point, and I would just come down, and I'm like, "Oh, you're not gonna guard me? 3, 3, 3, 3, 3," and then they would step up, and I would like inside the paint, and then
Fouls.
Justin would just.
Start punching people.
It was like fucking rampage.
Yo, told you time I beat Justin, right? Finally.
We won't talk about that on camera. Trying to get us all killed?
That was a day in history. Oh God,
that didn't happen. Just
Anyway,
mute-
but back to this music stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone. We don't see each other also.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, no. So, yeah.
So what brought you? You said you were born and raised Harrisburg.
Yeah.
You were from here, then UK, then came back, and then you're originally from York, and now in Harrisburg.
No, I'm still in York.
Oh, you're still in York? So you
Yeah.
came from York out here today.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. York is a good time.
York has a low key, really big fan base out there for music.
Yeah, I've heard.
Low key, like it's really like it's actually high low key because the dude that runs it, Frank, he did a lot of shows out there. At the Rollerway, it's a Rollerway.
Yeah, you have the Rollerway out there.
I only know about that because they had NLE Chopper, and Chris was really interested in NLE Chopper at one point. And seeing, you don't know who NLE Chopper is.
No, I don't know.
He's a new upcoming rapper. He's pretty dope. At the time, he was really like not heavily expensive as he is now, and Frank was doing it out there, and the crowds out there were just insane. Like
York
at a
York
roller
kind of
skate.
has they have the same, from what I hear for all the time, they have the same thing that Harrisburg gets. I wasn't like, oh, Harrisburg's it's a fucking shithole, it's scary, you don't go there. And we went to York and we were walking around, I'm like, this is fucking beautiful.
Mono is scarier than this.
I just being here, haven't been here in a while, and like the new paint, the murals on the walls.
That's exactly what I said when I came back. I was like, it's
beautiful.
fucking gorgeous down here. Like,
I wish we had this kind of stuff in our area, but like York, we walked around. We ended up going to this like secondhand video game store. Sorry, big nerd. And
Downtown,
I bought,
right down the
and then
market.
right around the corner is this like arcade that you pay like $10 for like 3 hours, and everything's free. You just pay you pay for the hours, and they have they have like Xboxes, PlayStation, old school pinball machines, the old school like X-Men beat 'em ups and stuff.
Shit.
It was like, that sounds fucking
York,
cool.
York downtown scene has grown like real crazy.
There's like 3 breweries on the main drag. It was a good time.
I gotta definitely check out York.
York's a fun time, man.
Oh, I'm about to say, you gotta come back. You gotta come back through there, especially like with Cantina.
Last time I was there, I had to go to church. So like that was
no
when I
fun.
was like, I was with my mom, and that was
Can't go
Flushed Away. The movie came out when I went to York.
What?
That was a
Flushed
long
Away
time
the
ago.
movie.
What the fuck is
Flushed Away. You don't know what Flushed Away is?
No.
Wow.
It's a kids movie.
Shit, that movie just came out.
That's what it sounds like. Shit.
When
They flushed it away.
Joshua had to be like 6 or 7.
I'm about to say I watched that with my daughter.
That's,
You know what I mean?
that's the last time we was in
What's
York.
it about?
Like,
It's about a rat that like gets flushed down the toilet. He used to be a pet rat. He gets flushed down the toilet. 6ix9ine gets flushed down the toilet, and he hangs out with like other 6ix9ines, but they're like a different type of 6ix9ine because they're really about that life. And this 6ix9ine.
Yo, remember when? We'll talk about left camera. Yeah, talk about left camera.
Yeah, so so the rat gets flushed down the toilet, and he gets into a whole new world of other rats that are different. And
Do they ride magic carpets?
and they got singing shit.
They
You said
like
whole new world. I just
singing dumps.
And they got singing shit.
They
Like,
singing dumps.
singing shit,
Yeah.
like real shit.
like
Yeah.
little shits. Like your shit emojis got a high note.
And they're singing.
It's legit. You gotta watch it. It's actually a good movie.
God.
I ain't seen it in years, but it's been that long since I've been to York.
Wow.
And I was at a church when I last went to York.
Yeah,
That
like I
came
said,
out
like
2005, right?
Yeah.
I'm about to say, yeah.
Mom had to preach there, so she had to preach.
That
out
would
there.
be around 2005.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like I said,
it's crazy.
Like in York, like with the Cantina, where me and Cashmere is at, we push a lot of local artists down there. You know what I mean? We have them do a little performance in that area. Like the music scene down there has been growing crazy.
Yo, DJ Cashmere, shouts to DJ Cashmere. He's definitely a dope DJ.
That's my bro. That's my bro.
So what we're gonna do real quick? We're gonna take a quick break for like 5 minutes. 'Cause I gotta pee and I gotta get another alcohol, and then
Another alcohol. That's
and we'll come back. Sound good?
All right, sound good.
All right. See you guys in a little bit.
I'm gonna have to take him down and go back down the road. So I'll leave my information down here.
Living my life, just living my life, just living my life. It's my time. Just living my life, just living my life, just living my life. It's my time. Athletic at the peak of my life. Slipped a couple times. I was speeding on ice. Never took a risk. Then you cheating your life. You never took a risk. Then you cheating your life. It's a hole in my heart, probably never be filled. And part of me thinks it'll never be healed. I lost some of my family to the dope. Overflow my mind with positive vibes, that's how I cope. They ask if I stop, I tell them no. Speak foul on my name, clean your mouth, that was soap. I'm crying right now while I'm writing this shit. I'm dying inside just from fighting this shit. Amidst all the darkness, I see light in this bitch. Give me one small spark and I'm igniting this bitch.